You're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or probably still a teenager, and you have never used a tampon before, or you have tried it once and concluded it wasn't for you, you're not alone. So many women consider trying a tampon because they want to move more comfortably, they want to exercise, walk for long hours, swim without having to bother about staining the water, or they simply want to avoid the discomfort and bulkiness of using pads. Tampons can be a little bit intimidating, confusing, and honestly scary at first. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be so. The truth is, tampons are very convenient and not painful at all when used correctly. Most of the fear, discomforts, and bad experiences comes from not being shown how to use them correctly. And that is why this video is so important. Therefore, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to insert a tampon step by step, safely and comfortably. I'll quickly let you know why tampons sometimes hurt and how to fix that. I'll equally let you know how to choose the right tampon size, absorbency, and applicator type for your body type. Then I will equally let you know how to choose between pads and tampons and know what works best for your body and occasion and time and season of the day. Then lastly, I'll be answering some of the most frequently asked questions around tampon. Are you ready? Let's get right into that. But before then, hello beautiful ladies. Welcome back to Good Life Medics on YouTube. On this channel, we discuss pregnancy, baby developmental tips, and all things women's wellness. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to join this family so you never miss any of our Sunday uploads. So why is this topic so important? That is because periods are natural. It's a normal part of life for so many women, and having options of managing them is key. Tampons are a great choice. It offers freedom to swim, to wear what you want, and be active without having to worry. But when you're just starting out or you've had a bad experience previously, that freedom might seem miles away. I remember my first time trying out a tampon. Let's just say it wasn't a graceful experience. I was nervous, I was confused, and it turned out that there were a few key things that I was missing. And that is exactly the things we're going to be discussing here today. Before you even try to insert a tampon, the first thing you need to understand is your body as a woman. For years, so many people have been made to understand the vagina is just like a one-way traffic, like it's a straight hole. But that's not true. The vagina is a soft muscular canal and has a gentle curve. It is not straight. It contracts when nothing is either going inside of it or coming out of it. If you get a mirror to look down there, you will discover that there are three separate holes. One behind, which is the anus, one right inside that is for urination, which is your urethra, and then the vaginal hole proper, which is where the menstrual blood comes out from, childbirth, and even penetration happens. So this is where so many ladies get it wrong. They make that mistake that gives them that discomfort and scares them away. If you try to push the tampon straight up like you're going towards the head, you're going to hit the vaginal wall, and that is why it pinches and your body will resist. Your vaginal canal actually angles backwards towards your tailbone. So if you can follow this angle, the tampon will stop fighting your body, and that is exactly what I'm going to show you right now. For many women that have given birth before, this becomes even more important because after childbirth, the pelvic floor becomes tighter. So if the angle is wrong or you're aiming towards the wrong opening, the pelvic muscle might clench and it will be as if there is no space, even when there is. Therefore, how exactly do you insert a tampon correctly without pain? Step 1, start with clean hands. Before anything else, wash your hands with soap and water. This step might seem small, but it helps to prevent irritations and introduction of infection inside them. It will also help you to go in confidently with your hands without fear. Once your hands are clean, the next question becomes, how do you choose the right size for your body type? And that brings us to step 2. Step 2, choose the right tampon size. Unlike pads, tampons are not a one-size-fits-all. They come in different sizes and absorbencies. There is light, there is junior, there is super and there is super plus. The rule number one as a beginner is start with the lowest or the smallest absorbency possible, and this will usually be the light or the junior. Depending on the brand, they have a different name for it. So why did I say you should start with the smallest absorbency? That is because they are the easiest and the smallest to fit in. Don't worry if this makes you leak, then next time you can shop a higher absorbency. But first of all, we want to make sure that we eliminate any pain that a higher size might cause you. If you're new to tampon, please choose the type that comes with an applicator, because this applicator will help to guide in this tampon even more smoothly. Now that you have chosen the right absorbency for your body type, the next step is what most people often underestimate. Step 3, get comfortable. Your body needs to be relaxed. Tension is the number one reason why tampons feel uncomfortable. You can sit on the toilet seat, or you can squat down, or you can just squat and raise one of your legs up on a seat. There is no perfect position to do this per se. Just do what feels easiest for your body. So right now that you have gotten comfortable, the next step is to get your tampons ready. Step 4, remove the tampon wrap. If it comes with an applicator, hold it at the grip area. Now, using your thumb and your middle finger, push the tampon in. Now, here is the most important part but rarely explained. Use your other hand to pat the V-lips aside. This helps to guide the tampon in even more smoothly. Remember, don't miss this detail. Your feminine area doesn't go straight up. It angles a little bit backwards towards your tailbone. Once you get this angle correctly, then insertion becomes way easy and you will not experience pain. So don't aim upwards, rather aim backwards. Therefore, with the applicator, gently slide it in until your finger touches your body. Then push the inner tube all the way inside using your index finger. But if you have purchased the type that doesn't come with an applicator, gently continue sliding the tampon in using your finger until it sits comfortably enough. And once the tampon is finally in, the last thing you should do is to gently slide the applicator out. It is only the rope that should be hanging freely out of your body. But how do you know that this tampon is actually in correctly? And that brings us to step 5. Check for comfort. If you feel any poking or discomfort, it probably means that the tampon isn't far enough. Don't worry. What you need to do is to gently pull it out using that string that is hanging freely outside. This can happen especially when you're still learning, and replace it using a new one. And once it feels comfortable, the last thing to know is how long it should stay in there and how do you remove it. And that brings us to step 6. Step 6, change your tampons every 4 to 8 hours. Please do not allow it to overstay to avoid something called TSS. Don't worry, we're going to be talking about that much later, okay? So once you're ready to remove it, relax your muscles, and using the string that is hanging freely outside of your body, pull it out gently until all the tampons is completely out. And that's it. Dispose them exactly the same way you dispose your sanitary pads. And please do not flush. Do not flush inside of the toilet. So if inserting a tampon felt awkward the first time, it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. You're not the problem and your body is not the problem. It simply means you are still learning. And once you get used to it, it becomes a routine and it becomes as simple as every other thing you do, okay? Now, I initially planned to answer some of your most frequently asked questions around tampons, but there is actually a lot more to cover, like how to choose between pads and tampon and know the one that works best for your lifestyle. Also, what doctors usually recommend in certain kinds of situations. Also, there are equally a few mistakes most beginners make when inserting tampons that can cause irritations and discomfort. And the worst is that so many people don't even realize they are doing it. So instead of rushing through all of that, I've decided to put that together into a dedicated part 2 where we discuss all of that step by step so you can choose what works best for your body 100%. Therefore, if you've ever wondered, are tampons safe, are pads healthier, which one should you be starting out with as a beginner, then you definitely need to watch the part 2 segments of this video. But before you go, let me know, when you first started seeing your period, which option did you find better? Is it pads or tampon? Let me know in the comments, because your experience might actually help someone who is learning this for the first time. If this video has helped you, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to join this family. Feel free to share it with anybody you think might need this information, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.